Just being Ted. How to make friends. Ted the dragon lived alone in a big house deep in the woods. He spent his days making all sorts of wonderful creations, from delicious cakes and colorful costumes to beautiful drawings and paintings. Ted loved where he lived, but there was just one problem. He didn't like being alone. If only I had some friends to share my creations with, Ted sighed. How to make friends? Every time he tried to play, the other animals ran away. His thoughtful gifts and friendly smile were not enough to make them stay. When Ted flew up to greet the birds, whirling through the sky, and even when he baked a cake for the rabbits who lived next door, they took one look at his smoky breath and screamed, "Don't eat us! Ah!" Oh, everyone is afraid of me, Ted would say. Whatever I do, I'll never make friends. One day, Ted went to town to buy some new paints. Cake decorations, and materials from his favorite shop. He wore his best disguise so that no one would be scared when they saw a dragon walking down the street. In the shop window, he saw a poster that read, "Annual Bears Picnic Party, the last Saturday of summer. Honey cakes, balloons, fun and games. Balloons, cake mix, pom-poms." "A party?" Ted cried. "I wonder if the bears will let me come." "I doubt it," said the shopkeeper. "Picnic parties are for bears only." Ted said. "There has to be a way." On the walk home, Ted had an idea. "I'll sew a bear costume and dress up for the day," he said. "I'll become Ted the bear and have lots of fun and make lots of new friends. Yes." So Ted made an amazing costume and practiced growling in the mirror. Rawr, climbing trees outside and giving his tightest, cuddliest big bear hug. On the day of the party, Ted made his way through the woods and joined the queue of excited bears. When he got to the front, he handed over the invitation he would made himself and put on his deepest, barest voice. "Can I come, please?" he said. Oh, Annual Bear's Picnic Party entrance. The bear in charge took a long look at Ted. "Of course," he said. "What a big, fine bear you are. Come on in, the party has just begun." Ted was thrilled and skipped straight into the party. He played fun games, ate delicious food, and most importantly, made friends with the other bears. He taught them how to make balloon animals and told jokes that made them laugh. They thought he was the best bear they would ever met. But after a while, Ted's costume began to feel a bit tight, and he really wanted to stretch his wings. Then all the fizzy drink he would had made him burp a huge cloud of smoke. Oh, when it was time for a big slice of honey cake and the icing tickled his nose, Ted couldn't help but let out a huge achoo. As he sneezed, flames burst from his mouth, and his costume split into 100 different pieces. All the bears could see what he really was. "He's no bear," they cried. "He's a dragon." Oh. Then the dragon picked up the pieces of his burnt costume. "I think it's time I left," he whispered. But as Ted turned to leave, a little bear stepped forward. "Don't go yet. I'm not a bear either," said a mouse taking off her costume. I wanted to come to the party too, but no one ever notices us, little mice. Huh? Then another bear stepped forward and took off his costume. Underneath there was a moose. I'm always bumping into things with my big antlers, he said, so I never get invited to parties. Ted was so surprised. He wasn't the only one pretending to be something that they were not. Huh? Huh? The bears weren't sure what to do. They would never had other animals at their parties before. Some of them were a bit cross. Should we let them stay? They aren't even bears. I'd like the dragon's balloon. And the mouse and the moose were fun. They talked it over in a big bear huddle until they made a decision. We enjoyed having you here so much, they said, that from now on everyone is welcome at the bear's picnic party. Yeah! Woohoo! Ted was so pleased. Not only would he be able to go to the bear's big parties, he would also meet lots of new friends. Dragon rides. Yoo-hoo! To celebrate, he took everyone out for a special dragon ride through the sky. He didn't have to wear a costume anymore. He was happy just being Ted. Although every once in a while he still liked to dress up. So, yeah, kids, Ted the dragon just wants to make new friends, but it's hard when his sharp claws and smoky breath keep scaring people away. That's why he decides to dress up as a bear for the big picnic party in the woods. Maybe a disguise will do the trick, or maybe he'll discover he can make friends just by being Ted.